Hey, good morning, and welcome to day 24 of Reset 2022. We're running up to the end now, and today I'm just kind of touching on a few last bits of these last few days. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about finances and just how we look at those. There are two main mindsets in life, especially regarding finances. One is a poverty mindset, and the other is an abundance mindset. And each of those often come from how we grew up or what we were exposed to in our lives, and they greatly affect how we handle our money and our time going forward. And to me, to be honest, I think my time is just as valid of a financial thing in my life as my money. There's an old saying that talks about time is money, and in some aspects that's true, depending on what you do for a job and whether that's an hourly rate and things like that. But the other side of it that I look at it is that we've only got so much time on this planet, and we don't know how much that is. And I mean, you can estimate the average lifespan is 80, but you don't know what could happen tomorrow. So to me, I find that's just as much of a value of my financial freedom as my actual money is. But either one of those, I'm just very aware of looking at how we see that in our lives. Is money a tool for you to use, or does money control your life? Neither one of those is perfect in 100% of if you focus only on that. But I find that a lot of people have gotten into a rut where you must, to have the world's perspective of success, it means you have to have a lot of money. Or in the more recent times, you're seeing people promoting financial freedom by time freedom. And that's where I find they interrelate quite a lot. So when you're looking at your day-to-day items, and whether that's your schedule or your budget or both, how are you looking at that in respects to your freedom? Because ultimately that's what you're going for, is that freedom to express yourself, to have the time to be able to do that, and oftentimes the money to be able to do that. It's funny, in all of the places that I've lived, some of the happiest people I ever met were the ones that had the least amount of money. They were also the most generous. So when you're looking at today's thing, I want you to really just take a couple of minutes to step back and go, what's my perspective on money in my life and time in my life? And then what are some steps I can do to improve that? If you've grown up in a poverty mindset, that can be very hard to break, whether it's time poor or whether it's financially poor. When that's been something you grew up with, it can be one of those things that you find yourself just stuck in this rut, trying and trying and trying, and you feel like the hamster on the wheel and you're getting nowhere. So I want you to sit down and think of a few things you could change. They don't have to be drastic, but some things you could change in your life to just give you that little bit more freedom. And then start implementing more and more of those changes, and you'll find that the decisions you start to make regarding your time and your finances will drastically change. And it will change not just for you, but it changes for everybody around you. Whether suddenly putting relationships first in your life versus having to go to work, being a little bit more flexible. I'm not saying be irresponsible, but find those ways that you can begin to just break those cycles where you may find yourself feeling very trapped in your life. And I'd love some comments, so please let me know if you see some patterns that you know you could break. And then let's keep working on this, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great afternoon. Bye.